Day 3 here at MIPIM, rainy morning, but I'm here with Oscar Stark, who is the Deputy Minister for Trade of South American country Paraguay, Deputy Minister. Cristine Lagarde, the Managing Director of the IMF, was in Asunción right these days, and she defined the state of the economy in Paraguay as the sun is shining over the Paraguayan economy. So do you want to give us an update? What is your economic perspective for 2018?
We are growing very fast and very well in the last 10 years, and this year is not going to be an exception. We are hoping that we are going to grow like 4%, between 4 and 5%, and that is very good in a region that is not in the best situation.
So do you think that the worst for the region as a whole in terms of the economic cycle and the downturn in the commodity cycle, do you think from a more of a regional perspective, from your perspective, is it over, the bottom of the cycle is past?
Yes, we think so. Paraguay was growing at that rate of 4% or 4.5% with a very bad regional situation, and now the region is recovering. Now we think that the next year are going to be much better than the last 10 years, because Brazil is recovering, Argentina also is start to recovering. Then those are very important economic for us.
Right. What are the main drivers behind economic growth today in Paraguay?
The industrialization. Many companies, mainly from Brazil, but also from Japan, Germany, Korea, and many other countries, are coming to Paraguay to manufacture in Paraguay to export to the Mercosur. And that is very good for us because generate a lot of jobs, new jobs, and we have a very young population. We need to generate at least 100,000 jobs per year.
Paraguay has often been an economic opportunity, but also a challenge. There are different challenges, mostly also stemming from a political system. Last year we saw big protests in Asunción that eventually ended up with protesters even setting fire to Congress. So what has been done since those protests last year to improve also political institutions in the country?
I think we have a very strong democracy. And the way we go through that crisis, I think, proved that. And we are going to have an election next month, and everything is going very good in Paraguay. So there is not a political problem. Nobody thinks that anything is going to change the economy with anyone who wins the election next month.
So do you, in a way, do you feel and think that there will be continuity also in the economic policies of a new government?
Yes, that is sure, for sure. Anyone who wins the election is going to continue the process, a very strong process that we are having now.
You mentioned one of the key selling points, if you may, of Paraguay for investors is the so-called 10-10-10. Do you want to give us a few more details about this fiscal policy?
Yes, we have a very simple and competitive tax scheme that is 10% income tax, corporate tax, 10% personal income tax, and 10% added value tax. That generates a tax burden of no more than 30%, as the lowest in the region and one of the lowest in the world.
And this offers, according to some estimates, the highest return on investment for investors in the region after Peru. So what is the role for domestic, but for investors in the current phase of development for the country?
Almost anything is yet to build in Paraguay and to develop in Paraguay. Then we need a lot of investment. We are receiving a lot of investment in the manufacturing sector, and we also need in the infrastructure, public infrastructure sector, and in the private housing, commercial, shopping center sector, because we have a lot to do in the construction sector.
Are you looking for investors from the region, from Latin America, or are you also looking for investors from beyond the region?
Both. We are looking for investors from the region, mainly from Brazil and Argentina, and also from abroad, from Europe, Asia, the United States.
Okay, a very last question. We are seeing these days that 11 countries in the Pacific coast of both the Latin America and Asia. They decided to move forward with the TPP, even without the US, in what has been redubbed also the TPP 11. And now there are talks with this new bloc, the TPP 11, and the Mercosur bloc, which is obviously Paraguay is part of the Mercosur. Do you want to give us an update? Do you see a possible cooperation between Mercosur and the TPP 11 coming through anytime soon?
Yes, we see it. We, as Mercosur, as part of Mercosur, always wanted to have the more market to access, and the TPP is, without no doubt, a very great possibility.
Do you want to give us a timeline? Is there a timeline for the works there in terms of when should we expect any possible agreement to be discussed and to be agreed on?
We are just initiating to talk, and I think it's going to take a while, but we are in the process to get there.
Deputy Minister Stark, thanks for being with us. Thanks everybody for watching. You can follow our coverage of FDI at MIPIM at fdiintelligence.com.